And in 2 minutes, your historical entertainment of the evening with an exclusive edition of The 10,000 Years History, devoted to religious wars in Europe. Stay tuned, listeners. Yeah, going to be here for a while. Sorry, babe. I have to keep working on the edits. Well, yes, they could have it automated, but it's not the same. History, it needs a human touch. I mean, you can get one of these David Attenborough IVs at the cheap on any black market for like 5 casottis these days. People want personalized content, not crap that wakes you up when it's accidentally triggered at 2 in the morning and starts ranting about the polar bears in an English accent. Yeah, ramen sounds nice. I'm sorry, darling. I need to hang up now. What the...
Hello.
Hi?
This is Telecom Station 1, yes?
Yes?
Oh, good. Almost turned the wrong way after the Spanish Civil War.
There's an old Scottish bloke in my office.
Well, age is relative and Scottishness more of a state of being.
An old Scottish bloke in my office aiming a crossbow at me.
Oh yes, that. Well, see, technically this is me hijacking your broadcast. Look, I've got my hijacking clothes on.
It's just a hoodie?
Well, it's better being comfy when you're committing acts of piracy.
Who are you?
A big fan. Love your show. Very useful research for time travel.
There's no such thing.
Yeah, that's the answer she told me to expect.
Who?
Your future self. Yeah, I know. What can I say? Forcing causal loops is what I do for downtime leisure. I tried wood carving, but it just didn't cut it. Sorry about the crossbow, by the way. But talking with you, she said she remembered me carrying one. Got to keep the continuity straight.
This is mad. You are mad. Are you going to shoot me?
Of course not. Just met the future you, remember? Thank your wife for the macarons, by the way. They were delicious.
What do you want from me?
Just to make a little change to your broadcast, that's all. I've prepared something I think your listeners will want to hear. Alternative facts. No, that sounds wrong. The Dr. Scott. Yeah, that's better. All true, obviously. I'm not asking you to lie to them.
And why should I do that?
History needs a human touch.
Because
history is cold. History is unfeeling. It's a juggernaut. A tank heading in a straight line. Its wheels grinding lives into dust. Into fertilizer for a new century. People die because of it. Ordinary people. They're boring. They're messy, annoying, loud little humans. And do you know what else they are?
No.
They're the people who most deserve to be saved. So let's go and do that. Shall we begin? The 12th Doctor Fan Audios. Episode 3. The Sky Vessel.
Of course, it's always the same question when we're considering the past as a spacefaring, almost time-active civilization. Were those things necessary? Justifiable is not on the table, of course, and sometimes understandable isn't either. But, as a historian, I feel that my job is to explain how things that we consider to be atrocities can eventually lead to a greater good.
Well, I don't share this opinion.
I mean, that's why we are debating. But just look at our topic of the day. The Albigensian Crusade. The French Catholic Church descending upon the heretics in the south, at the frontier with Aragon. A bloodbath, yes, but one that see a considerable decrease in the influence of the regional and feudal lords, paving the way for a central government, for Paris to become the center of Enlightenment philosophy. Paving the way, one event at a time, one book at a time, towards this future we live in.
It's not like we've gotten rid of cults and murders. It's not all just a straightforward line towards bigger and better things. But let's keep that for later. Let's now cut to our historical reenactment team, portraying the exile of the citizens of Carcassonne after it fell to the Pope's troops in 1209, and draw conclusions from that.
We're all dead, aren't we?
If you complain one more time, I will kick you off that horse and let you distract Montfort's soldiers.
I'm sorry. It's just that we've lost everything. They'd beaten us, but they didn't even let us take our clothes with us. I've seen men, good, honourable people in this convoy, wounded and naked. There's no honour in that. And Mum.
This world isn't the real world, brother. She's passed on to the Lord's realm now. The only place that matters.
Yeah. And we'll join her soon.
Not if I have anything to say about it. Every one of us that still lives matter, you realise that? When their campaign is over, we'll need to rebuild. Or else everything we stood for will just disappear. And I don't know about you, but if I have to let this saddle turn my arse into roast steak, I'd rather it be for something. We can outrun them. The castles are still held by our people. They even say some of the good men have taken shelter there. Peyrepertuse is only half a day away. We can make it, Enguerrand. Have faith in me. Have faith in the Lord. Damn.
See, it's always the same question when we're considering the past.
Is the food any good?
Are you being serious?
Not really. Well, a bit. I've lived on pot noodles and in the middle of nuggets fumes for a good few years before I met you, so I'm curious, but yeah, I get it. This is a teachable moment. Knock yourself out. Fair warning, always been rubbish at history. I mean, it's great, but I just was sitting there with a bunch of dates in front of me blurring into one big blob.
The school system just didn't deserve you, Ella Fitzallen. What I was getting at before getting interrupted is precisely that it's easy to see the past as this abstract thing that doesn't have much substance but still rules your life.
Like money?
Atta girl. Or gender. But no, that's not it. The past is a neighbouring country. Maybe not one with a stellar civil rights record, yes, granted. But you always have something to gain by visiting, learning about the customs, and yes, even sampling the cuisine. Makes you better at understanding how the whole humanity thing works.
And you are such a people person.
I'm trying to improve. I've watched TED Talks.
And then you got bored and tried to figure out how to play Black Sabbath's greatest hits on the guitar backwards instead.
Fair point. But still, going back before these people even existed, looking at the alternatives, isn't it a bit exciting?
You're right, it's pretty brilliant.
I'll turn the randomizer on. I think it's steering us towards France. Ah, the memories. Did I tell you I used to be Madame de Pompadour's sweetheart?
Oh, really? How much wine had she chugged when that happened?
That's rude. You're one rude young woman.
Isn't that why you like me?
As they'd say here, touché. Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Get off that horse and kneel, heretic scum.
Sister, what do we do? What do we do?
Magic! The devil is with the heretics! Fall back!
Well, that was easy.
Superstition always works. Remind me to show you my Odin impression one of these days. I'll need a yo-yo.
That's... Who are you?
I was praying. Clearly someone answered.
Oh, no. I can see where the confusion comes from, but I'm definitely not God, or, one of his angels.
Yeah, definitely not.
Obviously. We've got more sense than these fools from Rome, you know. God doesn't belong in this realm, but he still listens to the faithful. He sent you on our path.
Well, that's not...
Do you know how your randomizer works?
Not really, no. That's the
What did you say about local customs?
Good point. I don't think those charming people and their many weapons are going to stay away for very long. Could we perchance hop onto that convoy of yours? Us and our crate?
Of course. We welcome all. That's kind of our thing. Probably why they're trying to kill us now. Come along, and hurry.
It's time to ask some questions, I feel, about how you understand that conflict. The Cathars borrowed many an idea from the Eastern European Bogomiles. And where did those go? Slaughtered by the church, accused of so many depraved acts that their name literally got twisted into a slur. Bugger. Every act of violence stretches back and forwards in time. It's an echo which sends ripples. And to justify a single one because of this web ends up justifying our own annihilation, our own pain. They're in pain.
Yes, I'm sorry you have to see this.
I'm not. I needed to see it. Look at them. They've lost their home, they lost everything. And you know what? I've met people like that before. In the present, future, whatever. But I never saw them. It was on the street at 5 a.m. and my entire body was hurting from the lack of sleep. Or it was when I was busy because I had to figure out how to pay the damn rent and how I was going to eat for the week, and I didn't look. But now I can. Your magic box, it changes the way you see things, right?
Welcome to my world. I'm sorry, I was trying to break you in a bit more gently.
It's fine, Doctor. You're making a face. Look at me, it's fine. Better than fine. Because we're going to help them, aren't we? That's what we do.
That is what we do.
Good. Yeah, that's good.
And we're going to have some work ahead of us too.
How so?
This is wrong. Very wrong.
Oh really? What gave it away? The kid with the broken arm over there?
No, I mean historically. It's not supposed to be this way. The church condemning the Cathars and their perfecti to exile outside the city walls without allowing them to pack up, that's one thing.
Perfecti?
The good men they keep mentioning in their prayers. It's their clergy. Self-taught ascetics. Anyway, seeing those people on the road, that's just time being its usual self.
I.e. a bastard.
Basically. But then being pursued, now that's weird. Think about it. The Catholics have won. Sure, there will be pockets of resistance, but they hold the city, the churches, the commerce. They've got no reason to go after every single heretic and kill them.
Do fanatics need a reason to do, like, anything?
Oh, I'm sure some of them just enjoy the violence. Kill them all, the good Lord will sort them out and other hit singles. But you're thinking about this the wrong way. Imagine the church as a business, basically. A giant corporation that controls most of Europe, exporting God. They want things to be quiet, because that way they get more hands to work for them, and they can build a lot of very fancy churches. Most people really love their fancy churches.
Wow. You're right, Doctor. The past is really exotic.
Good. Time to chat.
I'm sorry if I was a bit brusque earlier. All of this is...
A lot. It's okay. We understand, and we think you're amazing for doing it.
Thank you. It's been hard. Someone has to try to sort things out, as best as one can.
I'm so tempted to ask you for your CV right now.
Pardon?
He's joking. I'm Ella, by the way, and this is the Doctor.
Glad to meet you both. My name is Mahaut.
A good name. It means something terribly rude in Jadoon, though. But that's not relevant to the situation. Yes, I can see that now. Sorry. So, Mahaut, let me get to the point. I'm here to help you out. I'm not exactly a celestial envoy, but, well, I think I can do the job all right. Armed with my devastating playboy charms and a screwdriver. You seem like an efficacious boss type, so here's a question. Why are you being hounded by the Pope's armies?
Oh, I wasn't at first. The city was dying of thirst and starvation. I owned a tavern near the ramparts and broke every single beer barrel in the cellar to stop children from drinking from mud puddles. Didn't always work. Disease set in. My mother... Many people in the end saw exile as almost a mercy. Anything's better than this. We weren't going to strike back, not in this state. And they knew that and let us go. Until someday they didn't.
Did something change? Beyond the fact that you were getting shot at?
Everything's changed. This is not something I've heard of before. And I was raised in the faith. My parents saw the beginnings of the persecution and the start of the war after the Pope's legate was stabbed. I know how those things go. A bunch of soldiers get drunk or bored and they start killing. But this, they track us like animals and slowly, one by one, get rid of us. There were other convoys leaving in the same direction as us. All because of that damned abbot.
The abbot? Arnaud Amory, the Pope's legate?
No, he was the one who organised the campaign, but this is a new man. Deveraux, I think he's called. Seemed to appear out of nowhere. And now he's eloquently preaching for us to be put to death by all means necessary.
An inquisitor type, huh? Wait, is Inquisition a thing yet?
It's going to be in a few decades, yes. Nice catch, by the way. You're learning. Well, this Deveraux's involvement is odd. It gives me a better idea of what's happening all of a sudden.
How so?
A mysterious monk popping out of thin air to interfere with history? Happens a lot more often than you might think. There's an infestation of them, like termites in robes. That does leave us with a problem, though.
What kind of problem?
If I'm right, and I've had a lot of practice at being right, this is going to be dangerous. Very dangerous. I would prefer to confront him alone, Ella. I want to be clear, I trust you. But I also want you to be safe.
Well, don't take me into war zones then.
I know, I'm sorry, but...
I don't want to be safe, Doctor. I wasn't safe before Christmas. Always on the edge, always about to lose my job. If there are people who feel like that now, what kind of person would I be if I were still looking to be safe? I will help. Now, if you prefer it that way, I'll stick with Mahaut and do what I can.
We should be at the fortress soon. They don't know the path as well as we do. There shouldn't be any more attacks.
cool, but Doctor, don't go all, I need to protect and care for that girl I found in the local fast food joint on me, okay? Not gonna help anyone.
Yes, point taken. I'll be heading out, Sven, and leaving you in the very capable hands of our intrepid leader.
How do you plan to get to the abbot, exactly? You can't just stroll in and demand to see him.
Oh, yes, I can. Wonderful time you live in. One where you can just find yourself some burlap and instantly become a messenger of the faith. And trust me, I have some extensive experience in impersonating French clergymen. Shame you missed Stephen's bachelor party, Ella. He and his husband would have some stories to tell.
If you say so. Your bro is more aristocratic, though. You could be a pretty convincing cardinal.
You are pretty posh, yeah.
Shush! It's my plan. It's a good plan. We're doing it. This is not my first rodeo. Right then, don't do anything stupid like convert to a new religion or losing your keys while I'm snooping. I love saying that. Snooping. See ya, gals.
Ella, I have a question.
Shoot.
What's a rodeo?
And now we interrupt your broadcast to remind you that the best of Telecom's One podcasting is still available online for only 15 Crusades, featuring the best clips from the interspecies marriage debate and the integrality of the Flotilla and the War Machines concert in New York. 15 Crusades only. And now we get back to...
Who goes there?
Fra Smith from the, Order of St. Luke. I've come from Rome to meet with the abbot. This is my introduction letter.
Of course, Your Honor. Please enter. It may be some time before he is ready to see you, though. He is about to give a speech to the troops.
Oh, don't worry. That suits me just fine.
Here we are, my friend. Peyrepertuse, or as some people call it, the Sky Vessel. First time I'm getting this close. Nobles generally don't allow us to be... What's the term your friend used? Snooping about their castles.
But the local lord is letting you in now, isn't he?
Yeah, I guess that when you're looking death in the face, it doesn't really matter who owns what. Anyway, we still need to ask for permission to pass the gates, so maybe I'm wrong. Guess we'll know when my brother comes back.
Are all people here like you?
Pardon?
It's just that you're not what I was expecting. I guess I just assumed it'd be him bossing people about, not you.
Is that the case where you come from?
No. Well, a bit. I guess, more than I'd like.
Honestly, we're just too busy to ask ourselves those kinds of questions. We have work to do, and we do it. Sowing the fields, weaving, brewing. As long as someone does what's required of them, it doesn't matter if they're a man or a woman.
And do you like the work?
I don't know. It's a strange question. Some say that it gives our lives meaning, cleanses us from our sins. I never really believed that. The only thing I know is that we're only passing through this world, and we leave it soon enough. So, might as well do something useful while we're there.
Well, I can understand that. The doctor was right. The books don't do you justice.
Thanks. I think. What did they say, Enguerrand? Can we enter?
Yes, but the fortress is almost empty. Most of the people hoping to take refuge just didn't make it. Count Guillaume was heading a rescue party, but he and most of his soldiers, they never made it back.
Looks like you're in charge then.
I can't.
You got these people this far, Mahaut. They trust you. You've got a chance to do something useful, some good work.
Yes. Yes, I have. Thanks, Ella.
Now, what have we there? It's not from this era, or this planet. Centauran. That's from the Moldovarium. More Centauran stuff. Oh, enough laser scythe. Fancy. Someone has been busy. So, what is it then? A weapon traffic? Using the dead bodies and the mass graves of history as mules? Oh, that'd be low, even for him. The bishop enters the board. Good. Time for my move.
I'm afraid I can't agree with you. It's not about the people. Some names will cross the centuries, yes, but who'll remember the thousands of ordinary folks? Not the lords and the poets, the farm workers, the stonemasons.
Good. The servants of God have assembled. Let's start.
What is the state of the supplies? Is there any wheat or barley in the neighbouring farms we could salvage?
She's really getting the hang of it, isn't she?
She is. I just hope she'll be able to protect us when it all begins.
We'll never know about their lives, and since we won't, then we should be concerned by trends, by the direction of history.
You are all good men. You know the enemy. You know why we fight. They are different from us. Proclaim this difference loudly, as if it were a point of pride. We devote ourselves to Rome, to the messenger of God on earth, and they laugh at us, telling us that this world we live in was created by the devil himself.
They're all so young. I was expecting refugees, yeah, but damn. Please tell me you can keep them safe. I'll help you, but just tell me that.
Yes, they'll be safe.
They mock your commitment, your loyalty, everything you believe in and hold dear, and like an arrowhead in the skin of Christianism, they will fester and poison our very lifeblood if we do not root them out.
But we do know some things. Just let me read to you some historical details, okay?
Hey, are you okay there?
1209. The siege of Béziers. Mercenaries enter the town, pillage it, and put it to the torch. 6,000 people die.
I'm trying to be. I thought it would be easier here to feel safe, to feel at rest, protected.
We will hunt them, because the word of God demands it. We will show them no mercy, because our devotion commands it. And if they take refuge behind walls, be they stronger than the ones of Jericho, we will tear them down, brick by brick, each drop of sweat and blood from our brow a milestone on the road to paradise.
I'm afraid, sister.
March 1210. Montford, the head of the Catholic armies, takes the town of Bram. He drags the lords that opposed him on the road behind his horse, and hangs their bleeding corpses. Their knights have their eyes ripped out, and their noses cut as a warning.
I'm so afraid.
June 1210. Montford conquers Minerve. The 150 Cathar perfecti that were hiding behind its walls are burnt at the stake.
All of this is in the past.
I don't want to die, Mahaut. I don't want to die.
It's going to be okay. I'll be there for you. I'll take care of you.
What you will do tomorrow, my friends, my brothers, before God will echo through time forever.
The past is relative. Everything that happened once is still happening. Right now. Suffering isn't less real because it's far away from us, in time or space.
I love you.
You have seen the weapons that the Lord has seen fit to deliver into our hands. It is a great gift, a unique manner, and they shall force the heretics onto the path of redemption. And now...
Let's sing, Kumbaya! No need to look so cross, I was only suggesting. Ah, the good old Christian charity. I had missed it.
Leave us.
Good henchman. I see they know their judo well. Ow!
Good to see you, Doctor. It's been a while.
Hasn't it just? Shame about your leg, by the way. Got that limp during the war?
Oh, yes. Still hurts. But the pain can be a useful reminder.
I'd be way more disposed towards being sorry for you if you weren't attempting a small bout of genocide around this charming slice of countryside.
Not the word I'd use.
Actions speak louder than words. You're dressed as a priest. You should know the bits about knowing a man by his deeds.
You can talk. At least I put some effort into my disguise. You're really trying to pass for an emissary of the Pope? Seriously?
I do know the Pope very well, just not this one. Beatrix II and I are whist buddies, I'll let you know. She cheats. This just isn't you, you know. The violence, the murders.
Oh? And who do you think I am, then?
You. You're not him, are you? I thought there was something weird about you. A Gallifreyan would have a low-level telepathic field all around him.
I'm exactly who I claim to be. A humble servant of God. I wasn't lying, Doctor. We met before.
Have we? I don't think so. I'd remember a face this annoying.
Until I expect you to remember. That's a long time ago. I was a simple novice back then. You nodded at me as my chapter was headed into battle. You looked older than you do now, somehow.
Oh.
It was a bloodbath, of course it was. But we had faith. We kept on fighting, even after being broken and bruised. I ended up in one of the snow trenches. The bisected torso of a Cyberman crawling after me got hold of my leg and pushed until all that remained under the metal fingers was a bloody pulp. I had to grab a rock and bash its head plate in.
I'm sorry. But it was a battle worth fighting.
I suppose. Didn't stop the war, though. We used to wander in the fields of Trenzalore for years afterwards.
The planet was saved in the end. You were heroes. So why are you here now? Why keep on killing?
Because while some other people have reneged on their principles, I am staying true to mine, Doctor. I am Anselme Deveraux, and I speak for the silence.
Good to see you, my friend. You can grab something to eat if you want to. Sorry, no meat. We don't do that.
Oh, that's fine. How are things looking?
Oh, I don't really know, Ella. These people aren't fighters. Most of them, like me, know how to grab a bow or an axe and defend themselves. But against trained soldiers, we just have to hope they don't breach the walls. And pray.
Not sure that's really my thing. Prayer?
Really? That's strange. Even the faraway countries we hear from, Al-Andalus and beyond, seem to believe in some sort of religion.
I didn't really have the time to think about it. If there was a god out there listening, he wasn't going to come down from heaven to hand me rent money. Not the best place to go soul-searching.
I can understand that. Say, do you have a family?
Yeah, a brother. Jacob. Bit younger than me.
Oh, I know those. Always the wild ones, hey?
Yeah, I guess so.
Are you too close?
It's hard to say. We spent years apart. Not his fault. I was trying to survive and feeling hurt and wanting to be alone all the time. But he was hurting too, and I just wasn't there for him. I love him, but we just ended up loving each other at a distance.
You know, the way I see it, this world might not be real, but the people inside are. I understand why you wouldn't believe in God, of course. It's hard even for me sometimes.
The world doesn't make it easy, I'm sure.
It doesn't. But faith is a wonderful thing. It's beautiful, Ella, devotion. It doesn't have to be towards a divinity. We all carry his light inside us, after all. Giving yourself truly, fully to a cause or to another person, it can move mountains. And on days like this, it's the one thing that keeps you going.
So what should I believe in? Jacob? Myself?
Or whatever work it is you do with the Doctor, yes. Believe, Ella Fitzallen.
I'll do my best. But let's maybe keep that for when we're out of this place.
See? When, you said, not if. It's working.
Oh, you really are good.
So, you're a member of a heretical cult that decided to travel back in time to execute other heretical cults. That makes sense, definitely. Is it a tournament or something? The trans-temporal Hunger Games of Christianity?
Hardly. Took me time, you know. Stealing a vortex manipulator, gaining the trust of the local clergy, convincing Amory to go investigate an infestation of vampires in the Middle East.
That's what you told him? And it worked? He left you in charge?
Oh yes. Hook, line and sinker. The foreign devil worshipper. Always a hit.
I just don't understand why you're doing this. I've known fanatics for a long time, and no matter what their creed is or what country they serve, they're always the same. Insecure idiots. So afraid of the dark, they feel like they need a pyre.
And I'm different.
Well, you clearly are a dangerous moron. I think the whole sport-hunting peasants with laser guns gave that away. But not the brand I'm used to.
Not wrong. I'm not looking for enlightenment, Doctor. I think humanity needs a bit more of the good old darkness. Helps with the God-fearing business.
Is that what your masters told you?
A confessor unit? No, they're long gone. Like the rest of our order, scattered across the timelines without purpose. I don't act because of some alien whispers, Time Lord. I simply follow the will of God.
Oh, I hope he's got some transmat relays with his messages. The bells must be murder.
That's you, isn't it? Jokes, questions, an eternal skeptic. Your words can't reach me, Doctor. I know what my purpose is. You ought to long for such clarity.
That'd be ever so dull. Stop moralizing. We're not in a church. And you wouldn't believe how long I've spent confessing. Either shoot me, let me go, or tell me your evil plan. Or all three. In whichever order suits you.
Oh, I'm going to let you go.
Really? I didn't expect that to work.
You can't stop me. I've got God and gunpowder on my side.
The biblical canon, eh?
Quite. But there's no reason for you to die. You're not involved in this. Your involvement in the history of the church is over. It's in the past. Leave. Go find shelter in some inn and then recover your TARDIS from the smouldering wreck of the sky vessel. You travel with a companion at the moment. Yeah, your expression gives it away. I'll grant her safe passage.
And let you change the course of time?
You do it all the time. It'll turn out fine. Have faith.
Whatever changes you make, whatever you'll build, the foundations will be soaked in the blood of innocence.
That's history for you. Leave. Now. Tomorrow it begins. It's too late to undo anything I've started. You fought for so very long. Don't get involved in more violence. For your own sake.
That sounded almost like a threat. You wouldn't want to threaten me.
Just concern for your health. That's all. Guards, if you please, escort this man out of the camp, but don't harm him. Confutatis, maledictis, flames, acribos, addictis, vocemicum, benedictis, confutis, maledictis, flames, acribos, addictis, vocemicum.
Fine. Let's humour you and admit you have a point. And then, we can't just go back and edit things around, get rid of what we don't like, doctoring the footage. We'd just be some enlightened colonizers, bending the past to our will. So, what must we do,
Running. I never tell you about the running. Saving planets, learning the truths of the universe, all those big words. It just ends up with the act of moving from point A to point B. Peasants run, kings run, demons run. Humbling, really. Unnecessary. See, I can still change it. I can make things better. If I reach my TARDIS before they arrive at the fortress, they'll be attacking at the end of today. So, well, got to hurry up, Doctor. Eternal life, constant regenerations or whatever, you still feel frail after a while. It hurts being on the clock, out of time, having to live with the weight of the hourglass sands, right here on your back. Maybe it's for the best. I have this friend. She always said that to know the answer to a historical mystery, you have to let it hurt you. You can only know a civilization when you've broken your leg on the rocks scattered through its wildlands. I didn't quite get it then. I've spent so much time burning myself up and thinking it was good. Now maybe I need to hand this fire to the people. Each step like lighting a match. 1, 2, 1, 2, Doctor. Every step you take is a word. Every word you think is a step towards making a new story out of these war-torn times. Onwards. Run.
There they come, slowly up the mountain.
It seems so unreal.
How so?
In where I come from, we don't see that sort of thing. Armies just walking on countryside roads.
Sounds like a pleasant place to live.
Maybe. I don't know. There are always men with weapons anyway, just not so loud. You can ignore them and what they do, if you try hard enough.
And do people do that?
They do, yeah. I did. I couldn't do anything, so I just didn't listen. Clock in, clock out. That's me. That was me. There might be... No, forget it. I'm just tense and scared and babbling.
I'm scared too.
Of fighting?
Not really. I went to war before. But this is different. It's good to have a cause, you know, Ella? I almost got killed because of the squabbles of the local lords, petty fights about who was the richest and most powerful.
I wish this wasn't so relatable.
I went along with it because it was what was expected of me. And then, in the mud, with arrows whistling past my ears, it was awful. But taking arms doesn't have to be a bad thing. Not if it's for who you are, for what you believe in.
For your family?
That too. I fought alongside Jacques, her husband. I made it, but he didn't. She adored him, but she never allowed herself to show any grief, because I needed help. I needed her to be there. I didn't deserve that, but she did it anyway. I would die for her, Ella.
I hope you don't have to. You're a good brother. A good man.
And that's what I'm afraid of.
Being good?
being good for nothing. That all our efforts, all the kindness we showed each other, will be for naught.
If it comes to that, I won't let it happen. My friend, see, he's got this box, and I have a key for...
Wait!
What?
Isn't that him? Running towards the walls, from the other side of the woods!
I don't see... Oh, it is, isn't it? No one else runs like that. Like a goddamn emu. I don't think I've been happier to see anyone in my life.
Raise the gate!
You look like death.
No kidding. That run would have killed most humans, you know.
Oh, shut up.
I did tell you I was against the hugging, right?
That's a stupid rule.
They were right on your trail. Have you learned something? Anything that could help us, Doctor? It's not looking good.
Oh, yes. So, this abbot is part of a death cult from the future, and I've been thinking of a plan, but it's going to require subtlety, finesse, swords, and probably at least one barrel of meat. You know, routine.
Ella was talking about an idea. Something about a... Ouch!
So, what do we do? I've armed whoever could fight, but beyond try not to die, there's not much I can tell them. None of us are strategists.
I'm no general either.
Battle, then.
Whoa, what are you doing with that crossbow? Give it here. I actually kind of like you, and I don't want you to die. And if there's a battle, you won't survive.
What's the alternative? We're about to get slaughtered, and you want us to parlay?
Yeah, Doctor, I'm sort of feeling on their side here.
Ah, but you see, I'm not saying you should be peaceful hippies. Just that words can be a weapon. A far greater one than any blade or gun. I told you, I have a plan. We can do this. Together. Listen.
Well, let's hope this works. Doctor, about what he said.
You're trying to make them refute into the TARDIS, weren't you?
Yeah. I'm sorry? I guess I'm supposed to be sorry.
It's fine. Honestly, I thought about it myself. I've done it before. Relocating people to another time, I mean.
So couldn't we just go ahead and do that?
It's not so easy. Imagine living with the pain, the trauma of leaving your epoch behind. The past is another country, and it's hard ordering people to become refugees.
Surely it's better than death.
I can't make that call for them. It's not the kindest thing throwing people in the future ruled by capitalism, you know. Being a farm worker on a medieval lord's estate doesn't exactly look good on a CV.
A lot of them would end up in jobs like mine, wouldn't they?
Yes, and beyond that, these are people defined by their faiths, Ella. They've sacrificed everything for it. The dogma tells them that people who work the land should own the land. So they've alienated their lords. They wanted to be themselves, so they had to fight the church for decades.
And no one remembers them.
Some do, but yes, their cause, their battles, their reason to live has been swallowed by time. Imagine living with the consciousness that your entire life has been nothing but a footnote in the pages of history.
I feel like I could do that, to be honest. I mean, that's what my life has become.
You're selling yourself short.
I'm really not.
Point being, I can't make that decision. Trust me, I do want to help people, to change history as much as I can. But there's a technique to it. It's a precision work.
Teach me then.
I will. I am.
And so this thing will stop their weapons?
He said so.
How does it work?
How does faith work? How do stories work? Stop asking stupid questions and let me concentrate.
You're so bossy.
Well, find yourself a dashing young man to boss you around instead of complaining about me, huh?
Yes, Mom.
Got it.
Fire! Break them down! What the? Ow!
Good. Time for my move. But first I really should disable all these noisy little things, shouldn't I? Just one press on the button and then... fun times.
They'll still be able to overcome us, with ballistas and arrows. Shame that thing doesn't work on wood.
I know, but we've got some time now. To get ready, get the story in order. And maybe we can shoot a few of them down while we're... Oh...
What is it?
I just realised he kept my crossbow.
You ask me what we can do. Well, we can remember. Not just the through lines and the big battles. Just lives, love affairs and tears and words softly muttered. People have died. People will die. They die in ditches because their benefits have been cut out. They die crawling in a pool of their own blood because of abuse and prejudice. They die without reason. They die without honour. But thanks to us, maybe they won't die without witness.
So, that's how the story begins. The doctor, not that you'd know who he is, told us to record this. It's linked to his ship. It will remember our words.
Well, where do I start? It's actually really hard trying to remember what matters most about your life. What you think is important, worth fighting for, worth being preserved. This land, I suppose. Rising every morning and seeing the sunrise, red like blood, over the forests. I don't think the Pope's soldiers ever paid attention to those, but I always loved them. Those landscapes live in me.
I remember when we were kids, me, Enguerrand, Jacques, just running through the fields and the lands, pretending we were adventurers, protecting the caravans en route to Granada, or knights heading to Jerusalem. I was the one getting them in trouble every time, of course. The world has gone darker since, more complicated, harder to live in, but I still think about those days, of the children we were. They make me want to fight.
It wasn't an easy life, of course. The work was hard, but we owned our lands, and we owned our own minds. We believed what we wanted. After a day at the farm, we'd end up all together in the field singing our songs, huddled around the campfire. Warmth in our hearts, and warmth in our souls. So much that I never thought I'd feel cold again.
I loved Jack. It wasn't passion, but rather the kind of love that one builds slowly, like layers of bricks making a house. I felt good when he was around. He made things easier, to breathe, to think, to live. It made things awkward with my brother, though. I think his feelings for my husband went a bit beyond familial affection. Seeing him die in battle, I can't imagine how he felt. But at the end of the day, it was still love, wasn't it? We loved each other so much. And that's a good thing. Even after Jacques died, he was still with us. Our love for him remained. Our love for each other will remain. I think that's what believing in God is about.
If there's one thing I want people to know, to remember, it's that my sister is a remarkable woman, and that I'm proud to have known her in the limited years I spent on this earth. I hope that, when the time comes to leave, I'll find her again, in whatever place there is after, whatever life there is.
So yes, remember.
My books. My children.
The taste of barley.
Us.
By the grace of God, we have triumphed. Now, we have a big blue box in our path. The Lord be my witness, this is tedious work.
Oh, hello there. Lovely weather, don't you think? Great time for a picnic.
Doctor, I gave you a chance. I should say I'm sad you didn't take it, but in all honesty, I will get some pleasure out of watching how many arrows I can stick in you before you die for good. Fun science experiment, that will be.
Oh, I never heard that one before. Nice. Doesn't matter. It's too late. You're bitten now.
I'm about to do exactly what I wanted, so I'm sure that qualifies. You don't even know what it is that I intend.
Oh, but I do. While I was running up and down the lovely valleys of Languedoc, no thanks for that, by the way, it's mud on the knees, I figured out what your great cause was.
Also, you should tell your soldiers to stop gawking. It's rude.
They've got a lot to learn. Sorry about that. Well then, please, Doctor, dazzle me.
You might have wanted to keep that a secret. You still told me everything I needed to know. That bit about your order fracturing. You not reacting when I said you were heroes of war. It doesn't take a genius to guess at things.
We gave ourselves to save a universe on the brink of collapse. We were martyrs. We were saints.
And people just saw a cult fighting a holy war on a backwater planet. The representative of their faith being more concerned with a petty conflict than their spiritual well-being.
The church might never recover, Doctor. They see us wounded, broken, and they laugh at us. They call us fanatics, idiots blinded by faith, when we were trying to offer the entire universe salvation from another time war.
It wasn't exactly pleasant for me either, and the memory of those years made me do things that I regret. But nothing close to you deciding to start a career in PR.
Every mistake the church ever made came back onto the table. People used every single fault we committed as a way to destroy our reputation, our integrity.
So, you had a brilliant idea. Why not erase the crimes? Except you couldn't. Time has its defenses. But you figured out that you may still erase the memories of those crimes.
God will judge the people responsible anyway. There's no need to encumber the human mind with too much knowledge.
Or what? What's the worst that could happen? A world without churches? We'd survive.
Young lady, what would happen to the universe then? A world where no one believes in us, where no one fears us, no God, no morality, just the self-assurance of young, arrogant fools to lead us into a new dark age.
And where does it stop? Once you've massacred every single Cathar and destroyed all records of her existence, so that no one lives to tell the tale.
There's a lot of work to be done, Doctor. If we want a better history to be born, a purer one, if I can't have respect, then I'll have silence.
Well, I doubt that'll be happening now.
Pardon?
You don't think we were going to let you do this?
And how can you stop it?
Oh, quite easily, actually. I mean, no offense, but as far as evil plans go, this one is really full of holes. It was just extremely time-consuming and annoying.
It did go on for a while, yeah. I mean, look at me. Long enough for me to get a tan.
You wanted to kill the memory of the Cathar people. You have no purpose beyond that. So all I had to do was make sure they were remembered. I could just have recorded the testimonies of all those nice people and dubbed them in the future.
But as I pointed out to him, that wouldn't be very convenient. I mean, who has the time to listen to hours of historical info when they have jobs and kids and stuff like that?
Exactly. But just wrap it into fiction and debate, and well, interesting things might happen.
Robot receptionist. Okay, unusual. Hi, I'm sorry. Could I see the head of Department of Historical Studies? I have a paper that I'd like her to look at. Oh, she's out of New Delhi for the weekend, spending time with her son. It's okay, I can wait for a bit. It was so lovely spending a few days there. Great beaches, and we got good advice on how to write about the past in a way that makes it interesting.
I'm sorry, love, but I can't make sense of that script at all. I mean, I'm only an actor.
It's going to be fine. You two are obviously very talented. That's very nice of you, but, well, this is just a bit tricky to perform, that's all.
Yeah, I don't know how you've convinced Mr. Iago to borrow us for a couple of days.
Honestly, giant barrel of mead. That did the trick. Yeah, that checks out.
Okay, from the top. Please, keep directing us, Miss Ella. Of course, it's always the same question when we're considering the past as a space-faring, almost time-active civilization.
And once this message is ready, the only thing left is to find a good medium. Hello, may I sit?
Well, you kind of are calling at the wrong time, mister. This is an out-in-town-with-the-wife sort of night. Wait. I recognize you.
Oh yes, retro premonition. It happens with time travel.
It's you, the Scottish guy with a crossbow.
A crossbow? Why the hell would I have a crossbow? Well, no matter. Yes, it's me. Hi again, Kendra. Or hi for the first time.
So, this is where you explain to me what that whole thing was about, yes?
Indeed. And also where you tell me exactly how I'm going to convince in the future your past self. And now, Ella, have you brought in the radio?
Yep, here it is.
Thank you. I've had to tune it to the proper time period, of course, but that's easy. We just have to turn out the dial and, well, listen to this.
Hello, dear listeners, and welcome to a very special edition of The 10,000 Years History, the Cathar people from South France. Who were they? What did they believe in? Tonight, we find out with an extraordinary panel of guests.
You!
Hey! Stop pointing your finger at him. I was also involved. Respect my meddling.
I still have men. I can still take this castle and kill everyone in it.
But that serves no purpose. They live on, even if you kill them. Raise a hand against them, and you signify to everyone, and to whatever god it is you worship, that you're nothing more than a small, contemptible little insect. You'll be damned, Deveraux, forever.
Yes. You know what? I'll take that chance. Soldiers, attack!
You're really good at this, you know? Putting the ad break right there, genius cliffhanger.
It's one of my specialties.
And this place is lovely. They make a killer chocolate mousse.
Figured I owed you more of an apology after the disturbance I caused with your date.
Oh, it's all right. She'll forgive me. She always does. So, you took down the entire armies of the Pope, eh? That's an accomplishment.
I suppose I did.
Impressive.
I'm known to be.
I still don't know if it makes sense to me, though.
How so?
Okay, would you mind telling me that bit again? I think it'd be clearer that way.
Fine, while we wait for more champagne. That was a mistake.
Was it? Was it really? You forced me to do it.
I didn't. Not on Trenzalore. Not in here. You know, while I was in your camp...
Yes?
I disabled your weapons.
Yes?
Oh, I didn't just disable them. I also noted down the seller's address. It was in the crates.
You did what?
I paid them a visit, and well, see, I abhor guns. Would never use one myself. I bought their stock in order to destroy it, but...
Sometimes accidents happen. Like that time I got that racist customer the wrong order by accident.
Exactly. It's crazy how that one crate slipped up the doors into the time vortex to materialize in the middle of a bunch of very angry Cathar soldiers about, 2 hours ago in that courtyard.
No.
Any second now. You hear that, Anselm? That's the sound of history being made. I'm probably not one to change the order of things, true, but see, you interfered first. Big mistake. That gave me permission to step in. Because if someone gets to rewrite history...
It won't be by people like you.
You're right, you know. It feels good. Every one of these remind me of people who died in the name of history. I'm dedicating them to those friends. The people of Pompeii. Olympe de Gouges. Our bowling team was never the same. Vincent.
Aye.
Oh, and by the way, say goodbye to your vortex manipulator. Spare Sonics. Always good to have. You're not living in this era, so better do right by it. Go found a leper colony or something. It's all the rage these days.
I will. You'll pay for this.
Or you can stay here and make threats. How much time do you think it's going to take for Mahaut and her friends to dispose of your troops and start coming after you? I know I'm the one for peace, love and understanding, but I don't think I could stop them from harming you if I wanted to. And honestly, I don't want to.
Basically, run.
And the rest is silence.
It has been an honor, Doctor.
Honestly, I could say the same.
You're all pretty cool.
How many of you?
We lost a few people, good men and women, but only a few, thanks to your help. We're healing the wounded now, and I've personally made sure all the weapons were returned to your box.
Most of the soldiers surrendered when they understood that they couldn't win this. And when they saw their leader desert them anyway. You really did save as many lives as you could.
What are you going to do now?
Leave. Exile is a bitter pill, but we're good, hard-working people. We'll find a new place to call home.
May I suggest Al-Andalus? Islam is a religion of peace. They'd welcome you.
Good idea, Doctor.
I think I put my finger on it. On the thing I don't understand.
Which is?
The way you beat him. Weapons from the future dropped to the resistance. That's kind of a plot hole. Doesn't seem like you.
Well, if it's on the recording, it has to be true.
But would you have taken that risk though? A single piece of future technology getting lost on the way would have rewritten the entire history of humanity. It was a hell of a gamble.
Sometimes you need desperate measures.
Oh, definitely. You're the kind of man to grab a weapon and shove it in the face of an innocent radio presenter. But...
sometimes appealing to people's humanity isn't enough. Let's imagine a version of events that went differently, okay? One where I showed Deveraux the vacuity of his plans and expected him to just step down like that.
You know what? I'll take that chance. Soldiers, attack!
No! Why?
Because I want to.
Please, call them back!
I won't.
Doctor, what do we do? What do we do?
No, please.
You look awful. You should get that gash taken care of.
I'll be fine. You're the one who needs... I'll get the doctor. He will find a way.
I need to. I'm no physician, but I can tell that's way too much blood outside of my body.
Oh, Mahaut.
Got there in the end, though, didn't I? He was so busy gloating. The abbot didn't see me with that knife. I saw him tumbling down the cliff. I served him right. This will never happen again.
A handful of us survived, thanks to you. Some of the knights, once he fell, they helped us. Hid us in cellars.
Good. I'm glad.
This isn't fair.
It isn't. I tried to be brave. I really did. I thought it'd be easier. But I'm afraid I don't want to die.
I don't. It's okay. It's okay. I'm here. I'm here.
I've been waiting for you. So will he. You'll never be alone.
I love you.
So do I.
Doctor, I'm so sorry.
Why would you be sorry? That's not what went to the broadcast.
Why, though?
Stories are weapons. That's how you win wars and change people. By having the best story. The last word.
At the beginning, there was the word.
Yes. Offering words of hope is always best. That's all it is, after all. Justice. Fair play across the universe. Words. At the end of the day, the result is the same. The villain is punished, and the lesson. They'd welcome you.
Good idea, Doctor. Come on, we should be on our way. Oh, and Fitzallen.
Yes?
Believe.
The lesson remains the same.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be. Never say sorry for what you believe in.
It's something, isn't it?
The view or the time period?
I guess both.
All those fights, all without reason.
Why would there be a reason? There isn't. Not for this, not for how depressed I was when we met. That's how time goes, I guess. Arbitrary. Cruel. And if we don't do something, it will never change.
I agree, but part of me is still terrified of change somehow, as much as I understand that it's necessary. It's just, think of history as a body. Each year is a vein, a capillary running through the web of time. Like all bodies, it falls ill, develops tumors and cysts.
Which is why it needs a doctor.
But you can always get it wrong. An error during operation. The wrong kind of treatment. The damage gets unhealable. So sometimes you just want to step back and enjoy the time that you're given. Accept things. I didn't do much for the past 24 years, and yet I don't think I've ever been that happy throughout all of my lives.
But the world needs you. I need you. Not because you're the great doctor, an envoy of God or whatever. Just because you're someone I can trust and rely on. I need that. Many people need that. So let's just go back into the box, get somewhere else and do our best there. And on, until we make a difference.
That's all fine and good, but it doesn't tell me what actually happened.
History needs a human touch. It's what we make of it. So, you tell me, what do you think really happened? I see.
Wait, did you make all of that up just to score a point? I feel like it's a lot of responsibility, somehow.
Yes, you're right. This isn't an intellectual experience. It's real. Frightfully real. The world can change just because of one stray ounce of faith. So let me ask again. Which story do you believe in? The Sky Vessel starred Guillaume Babey as the Doctor, Commercial Announcer and Historian 1. Laura Selwood as Ella Fitzallen and Historian 2. Melusine Lenoir as Mahaut. Harry Smith as Enguerrand. Jonathan-Scholey as Deveraux. Stephanie Gunkel as Kendra. Jorel Paul as Cathar Captain. Ruth Long as Cathar 1. Andrew Davis as Cathar 2. And Stuart Flitton as Cathar 3. It was written by Sam Molesky, directed by Kevin Bernard, sound edited by Fergus MacDonald and Andrew Davis, and scored by Dylan O'Hara, Thomas Hartwell, and Jack Guidera. Special effects were sourced from Zapsplat, BBC Rewind, and Free Sound. TARDIS and Sonic Screwdriver special effects were sourced from TARDIS S-Effects and the Doctor Who Music Project. Don't forget to subscribe to the 12th Doctor Fan Audios YouTube channel.